Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday version of the Cohn phone. It's my last day on the road. As you can see, I got my beautiful backdrop. I can finally tell people where I am because it's no longer a secret. I'm in Murrieta, California. You don't even know where that is. It's really nice. Last week I was in Palm Springs. It was so nice. It was so choice. And I'm driving home tomorrow. So tomorrow the Cohn phone will be in the afternoon, like 2, 3 o'clock, because I'm going to wake up at 6 and drive about 400 miles home in my Stinger, which just handles the drive like a champ. Anyway, a couple things I want to talk about before I take your calls. Mike Silver says that he's not reporting it, but he strongly believes it's his opinion that the Niners traded up with the intention of taking Mac Jones. And since there's time left in the process, they're open-minded. They've been doing their homework on other people such as Justin Fields, Trey Lance. But Mike Silver believes that Kyle Shanahan is going to stick to his guns and take Mac Jones. And, you know, I was at a wedding yesterday and I was supposed to not be tweeting and I was supposed to be, and I did for the most part. My phone died, but I was so happy that the Niners are going to be making this decision. I'm so looking forward to the Niners drafting Mac Jones that even on that joyous occasion of a wedding, I was even more overjoyed that I'm going to get my wish. And why do I want the 49ers to draft Mac Jones so much? It's not because I want the 49ers to fail. I mean, I don't know if Mac Jones is going to be good or not. Who knows? He could be great. It's not that I want Kyle Shanahan to get fired or John Lynch to get fired. Nothing like that. I mean, I like those guys. I'm dying for Niner fans' reactions. I know they're going to be so upset. They're going to be apoplectic, and I just can't wait. I mean, it's going to be all year. It's going to be forever. Anytime Mac Jones throws an incomplete pass, makes a funny-looking face, throws a pick, God forbid, it's going to be great, and I can't wait because usually I'm the one who's overly critical, overly negative. That's going to be you in like 5 days if it's Mac Jones, and I just can't wait for the fan meltdown. I want to see it. I want to witness it. I want to participate in it. I want to profit off of it. That's how I feel. I want you guys to lose it and then come on the Cohn phone and just give it your all. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, if the Niners take Justin Fields, you guys are going to be so happy. Who needs that? You know what I mean? Everyone's going to be like, great, we got what we wanted. And then in training camp, if he doesn't play well and I report it, you guys are all going to say I'm haters. That's not going to be fun. I can't stand happy 49er fans. It's not what I got in the business for. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Mac Jones. It's what I look forward to. I woke up in the middle of the night after a dream that the Niners had taken Mac Jones, and I was so disappointed that it wasn't reality. But then I remembered that what Mike Silver said and thought, you know what? All I got to do is wait 5 days. Because I'm not a Niner fan. I look forward to this kind of stuff, You guys losing your minds. I'm out. I'm out. If I was 19, it probably would have bothered me that the Niners were considering Mac Jones, but I'm 33 now, and this is not my problem. It's your problem. So let's talk about it in the event that it happens. I can't wait. Come on, Kyle. Come on, John. Give me what I want. I don't ask for much. I just ask for you guys to make the most unpopular pick of all time. Do it. Have the conviction. Make the most unpopular pick of all time. Let me profit. Come on, man. I don't ask for much. That's a simple ask. You want to do it anyway. Just give me, come on. You want to do it anyway. Do it for you, not for me. Okay, so here's what else I'm looking forward to. I'm starting to envision what's going to happen this offseason with Mac Jones on the team. And what I'm really looking forward to is training camp. Because I think Mac Jones is going to make Josh Rosen look so good. I can't wait to see it. I mean, I was looking forward to watching Josh Rosen in training camp anyway. If he has to compete with Mac Jones, that's going to be even better. Because Mac Jones makes anyone look like an athlete. He's going to make Josh Rosen look like Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Rosen's throws are going to look way stronger and they're going to have more zip. And I'm thinking Josh Rosen's going to outplay him. How do we know that Mac Jones is even better than Josh Rosen? I mean, from Rosen's perspective, the whole league has written him off. And he could be out of the league soon if he doesn't make an impression with the 49ers. But all he has to do is outperform Mac Jones and Jimmy Garoppolo. It's doable. It's not like Mac Jones has been winning quarterback competitions all his life. He couldn't beat out Tua. I'm just saying. He played well in his 17 starts at Alabama. Maybe Josh Rosen would have played well at Alabama too. I'm just saying. So I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if Kyle Shanahan will actually give Josh Rosen a fair shot to play, but if he does, I want to see it. I want to see this guy take down Mac Jones, McCorkle, Josh Rosen. Everyone wrote him off. And it's like, oh, I would imagine that Josh Rosen is rooting for the 49ers to draft Mac Jones. Please draft Mac Jones. Can I just be in a practice side by side, a preseason where he plays and then I play with the same team and the same players? That's all I ask. You know, in that sense, I wonder if Jimmy Garoppolo is rooting for the Niners to take Mac Jones. If I were Jimmy Garoppolo, I'd be praying, like, please do it. Please. This is the guy who's going to take my job? Please. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the Mac Jones, Josh Rosen daily quarterback competition, because everyone says about Mac Jones, they're like, when Mike Silver and people at NFL Network make the case for the Niners taking Mac Jones, they're like, well, he played tennis and they really like his tennis background. He's got great feet. He's got this footwork and this dexterity, and he's just you can really see the tennis acumen in his game. It really pays. It's like Josh Rosen would be the number one American tennis player in the world right now if he hadn't gone into football. He was as highly regarded in high school as he was in football. He was even more highly regarded. He could have been the next Pete Sampras. He could have been Andre Agassi. Instead, he went into football, which maybe he regrets. So if tennis is like the deciding factor on a pocket quarterback's potential in the NFL, well, I mean, Josh Rosen's like, hey, man, I play tennis. I want to see a tennis competition between Rosen and Jones. I want to see a quarterback competition, and I want to see a ping pong competition. The problem with ping pong is if CJ Beathard gets in that, he going to win because he's the best. So I don't know. Maybe the Niners need to re-sign CJ, although he's already gone. So they missed out. All right. That's all. That's my spiel. Let's take some calls. I'm going to put the thing in, copy the clip. Boom. All right. Want the link. It's there. And let me put it in the description as well. Hold on. I'll take some calls. I'm going to do this till about 11:30. Then I got to go. It's my father-in-law's birthday. Got to get him a cake, some candles. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. Oh, wait a second. I'm just putting in the description for people later. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boom. All right, here we go. Oh, snap. Oh, you guys are fast on the draw. All right, real quick, before I start, let me remind you guys, because it's been a couple of weeks, please no cursing. You guys can get very passionate and excited, and I like that. But there's kids watching. Honestly, there's like 13-year-olds watching that call in. So please no cursing. And try to keep it to like 3-4 minutes. And if you can, one topic. If you come on like, hey, I got 5 things to talk about, do one. Because what I do is I cut these up and post them later. And if your topic is good and you knock it out the park, your video could go viral. So think, selfishly here. One topic, knock it out. Boom, I'm going to post it later. And you're the star of my YouTube channel for an hour. All right? Okay. Boom. Thank you. All right, Jose. Veteran of the show.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
So one quick thing before I talk about Trey Lance. So
Sure.
One fact that I heard about I thought was interesting was that we haven't had a Pro Bowl quarterback since Jeff Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that was a real thing. So
yeah, Kaepernick never made it. Smith never made it. Garoppolo never made it. And people say it's a popularity contest. All right, well, win the popularity contest.
Right. And then so to Trey Lance now, because I guess right now the main topic when it comes to these quarterbacks has been Trey Lance or Mac Jones. It's like where the two has come down to.
Because Mike Lombardi said that, Kyle likes Mac Jones. The scouting department likes Trey Lance. That's what, yep.
And it's interesting because, like you said, the whole tennis spiel, that's been hilarious in my opinion. And I don't get that. Like, what does tennis have to do with anything? Like, yeah, it helps you with hand-eye coordination, but I mean, I don't know what that has to do with playing quarterback.
I mean, I guess like you're constantly resetting your feet so you're in the right position to, hit the backhand or whatever. But it's like
are squared and whatnot. Yeah,
it's like Josh Rosen is way better at tennis, and that guy's holding on to his football career by a thread. So maybe the tennis thing doesn't really correlate. I mean, come on.
Right, and then now
come on.
the big report too with Trey Lance is now everyone, because at first it was Mac Jones is super smart. Now everyone's saying Trey Lance's IQ is off the charts. So
Yeah,
I don't know what they're basing that on. I don't know if it's based on like their personal interviews with Trey Lance, but
I think so.
I mean, if it's Trey Lance, which obviously as long as it's Mac Jones, as you heard me say, I'll be happy. So if it is Trey Lance, so what I do find interesting that he is still a kid. He's only 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
So if he does become the franchise guy, he can easily play for maybe close to 20 years like a Brady because he's so young. And then obviously as he gets older, he can really develop his game.
I just feel like Trey Lance is. If Kyle takes Trey Lance, I'll be impressed because it seems like more of a GM scout pick, like the kind of a player that like I see the potential. I'm going to bank on the potential. Coaches are usually more negative. They're like, I don't know, man. I'm watching the tape right here, and I'm seeing a lot of mistakes, and your potential is going to get me fired. So I don't know if he's going to take that risk.
Yeah, because like you said, coaches want more of like a ready type of now type of guy, unless it's like someone they truly believe in, like Andy Reid did with Mahomes, where he really thought he could hone that ability and turn him into something special. I mean, if it is Trey Lance, I mean, it's like you said, it'll be really a testament to Kyle because he really feels like he can turn that kid into a top 5 or top 10 quarterback and really make him into someone that no one expected him to be, even though right now he's talked up as the one with the highest potential. I think it is interesting. I like Trey Lance, just not Mac Jones, man. It's just, and when you come on my show, man, after that first round, when we talk about it, if it's Mac Jones, man, I'm not going to be happy. Just put it that way.
All I know is if it's Mac Jones, business will be booming for me. I don't know about for the 49ers, but it's just going to be it'll be way too easy. Way too easy. I'm looking forward to it. I can't lose.
Even though I'm a 49ers fan, I'm a football fan first, and I'm just not going to buy a Mac Jones jersey. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there and be like, Mac Jones, you're great. I mean, if you win us a Super Bowl, that's fine. I'll be happy. But I'll sit there and point at, like, the players that were around you, like Alabama. I'll point at it.
Like everyone did with Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing. And it's funny because, like, he literally is Jimmy, though. I don't get why everyone's so excited about Mac Jones, or at least the people in the media that talk him up, because he's literally what Jimmy is. Except that
Jimmy, I'll be begging for them to take Mac Jones. Please take Mac Jones. Let me compete with Mac Jones, please. Because I mean, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, that's kind of scary. I mean, if they actually are ready to go, Jimmy can't compete with them athletically. But Mac Jones, I mean, he doesn't know the offense. He can't move. Doesn't have a strong arm. He's gonna make Josh Rosen and Jimmy look good unless he's like ready to hit the ground running. I don't know. He started 17 games in college. Why are we assuming he's any more pro ready than Trey Lance?
Exactly. That's exactly my.
I don't know. Josh Rosen, please draft Mac Jones.
And I find it funny too that guys like Chris Sims, all these old school pocket passers are the ones that really love Mac Jones. They're like, let's keep the pure pocket passer alive.
Yeah.
Let's keep that alive. Because as soon as that's gone, we're just gonna get a bunch of athletic guys who are way better than us just out here playing quarterback. We got to keep the pocket passer alive.
I don't know, man. I'm just really hoping they take him. Really hoping they take him. Jose, great to see you, man. We'll be on soon this week. All
yep.
Right. Go Mac Jones. It's your birthday. Hope you get picked by the 49ers. Man, that would be my birthday. What's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. So I did my homework.
Tell me.
I was looking for some Kendrick Bourne replacements.
Okay.
I was looking specifically for third down receivers that I like from what I saw mostly of Kendrick Bourne was I'd see him on third down or near the red zone on like little out routes.
Yep, absolutely.
Guys that can make it after the play and like catch that ball in traffic. So 3 guys that I saw that are really like that are Simi Fehoko. I don't know if I said that name right. Probably
from Stanford?
Yeah, he's from Stanford.
Okay. All right.
He can like on first.
That's a good call. That's a really good call.
He can really run. He's fast. He ran a 4.3 or 4.39 at his pro day. He's really good on like third down, just like running like out routes, in routes, slant routes, just getting that first down and then like trying to get as much extra yards as he can.
Okay.
And then,
great call. Real quick, because Kendrick Bourne led the Niners in targets on third down last year, tied with Jordan Reed, who's another guy they lost. They need some third down production. They can't throw to Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle every time.
Yeah, or Debo.
Or
and
Debo.
then Diami Brown from North Carolina. He's not as much as a third down player, but he's still just as good, and he can help. He adds another dimension to our team. And then Jahaman Osborne from Texas.
Oh, Jamon Osborne from Texas A&M. The only reason I know him is because I've been studying so much of Kellen Mond. This guy opted out. He didn't play this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's good. Yeah.
He's pretty good. He is like the freaking he's the Walmart version or 2.0 of Kendrick Bourne.
Okay.
Like a couple pounds heavier, like an inch bigger. I think they ran the exact same 40 time or 0.1.
See, I knew you were gonna find the guy if I gave you a homework assignment. I was like, look, I'm gonna tell him next week. And you have Jamon Osborne, huh? That is interesting. Because I don't think the Niners necessarily need to replace Kendrick Bourne in round 2. If they could find a guy a little later in the draft, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, they don't need to replace him in the earlier rounds. I just think they'll try because Kyle's gonna get.
Yeah, of course, Jamon Osborne.
He's okay. He's just he's the shadow of Kendrick Bourne.
Love it.
Because he's gonna be late round. You don't really. He's not I haven't heard any talk of him. Have you?
Right.
I haven't heard any talk of him.
Nope. Didn't play last year. Went to Texas A&M. None of these media guys seem to like that offense.
And I remember.
Not fast, but he's a good contested catch guy, big hands, kind of like Kendrick Bourne, right?
I remember seeing him against when it was 2 years ago or something like that when they played Clemson. He went off, and that was Clemson's only loss of the year. He went off, and he did so good that I didn't know his name, but I could tell by a picture. I was like, oh, yeah, I know this guy. This guy's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's
all
good.
Right. Well, dude, you did great homework today. Everyone, go watch some Jamon Osborne highlights. Educate yourself because that could be the next Kendrick Bourne.
Also, did you see Debo's IG post?
Yeah, you like that? You like that? I liked it too. Use it as motivation, man. I wasn't saying that Deebo Samuel isn't good, but those were facts. And if he feels it, if that fuels him to be more durable, good.
Keep telling him that, and he'll keep
him. I like that, man. I'm the bulletin board material for this team. I'm just trying to do my job. It's quality control right here.
Yeah, like Joe Staley talking about you the other day. Everybody knows who you are.
That's right. If Deebo has a bounce back season, I'm taking full credit, baby. I did that. That's right, man. Give me 10%. What do you need an agent for? Good to see you, man. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one. Later. Michael.
You're not going to like me today.
I want you to tell me. Come on. I know you're big.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Please do.
We're going to decide which quarterbacks out of the first 5 are going to succeed in the NFL or not succeed. And I'm putting you on the spot.
All right, fair enough.
Trevor Lawrence. Is he going to succeed?
Yeah.
I say he's going to be middle of the road.
Can we start? Let's start again.
Okay.
Succeed is a vague term. So let's say live up to expectations.
Be a superstar or not.
Right, because we're talking
middle of the road.
10 picks. They got to be franchise quarterbacks.
Or middle of the road, yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence is the real deal. You don't.
I think he's going to be middle of the road.
Fair enough. I think he's the real deal. Okay.
You're considering a superstar. I'm considering just average.
Fair enough.
Okay. Zach Wilson.
I think he's going to disappoint.
He's going to be a superstar.
Fair enough.
Okay. Justin Fields.
I think he's going to disappoint.
Huge bust.
I can see it.
Yeah. Now let's go with Trey Lance.
He's got a chance to be great. It very much depends on the situation he goes to. If he goes to any team besides the 49ers, and even if he does go to the 49ers, I think he's going to disappoint.
So you consider a bust?
Absolutely. A guy with one season starting experience could happen.
Superstar.
Fair enough.
Mac Jones.
I think he's going to disappoint. I'm not that.
Superstar.
Okay, fair enough. So you think? Hold on.
See, I'm putting you on the record. Me on the record.
You think 3 of the 5 will be superstars, and the 2
I think 3 of the 5 are going to be superstars, and one's going to be average.
Which one's going to be average? Oh, Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. being that he's the first overall pick, he better become a top 3 or 4 quarterback in this league. If he doesn't, it's a bust.
Okay. Hey, well,
When you
whoever
draft
the
him,
Niners take has to be a pretty good quarterback too, because they gave up a
they
third.
gave up. Whatever they pick has to be a superstar. That's correct. Any quarterback taken in the top 10 has to be a superstar.
That's right.
Otherwise,
all right, so you're banking on 3. I'm banking on 1. I'm taking the more conservative approach.
I'm just putting you on this. On the record, so that we know.
On the record. I appreciate it, man. All right, Michael. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. All right, take care.
Bye.
Hey, Shardall, what's up? You're muted. What's up, man? You're muted, dog. There you go. There you go.
My first question is, should the 49ers bring back Nick Bosa?
As opposed to what? Trade him?
Just should they re-sign him?
Oh, well, they have him under contract for another 2 to 3 years, so they don't have to make that decision yet. Let's see if he gets hurt more times.
And my second question is, what are your thoughts of 49ers re-signing Trent Williams to a $6 million deal worth $138 million? A 6-year deal worth $138 million.
It's a little rich for me. Hold on. There's a big echo. Yeah, it's a little rich for me. I think. I don't know. He missed games every year. He's very good, but I would rather spread that money out to the rest of the offensive line than just have one extra good left tackle. But I don't want to be negative. He's a very good player, and maybe he'll be a good. Maybe he'll transform the 49ers offensive line. Shardall, I got to take the next call. We got to get you some headphones, man, because when you call in, there's a big echo. So see if you can get some headphones that can plug into your computer. Think about that. All right, man. See you later. See you next time. Eric.
Hey, what up, Grant?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, dude. It's a first-time caller.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Reading. I'm originally from Petaluma, though.
Nice. Cool.
I love the first thing I wanted to say is I love the fact that you're like the villain in the Niner world, but you're just like a realist. You know
hey,
what
not
I mean?
if they draft Mac Jones, then Mac Jones will be the villain, and I'll be the hero of.
Oh, as much as of a Niner fan I am, I would laugh if that happens. I don't think we're going to, but
I don't think they are either.
I love all your shows. You got some superstars on there.
Thanks,
all
man.
of them, every single one.
I got some talent on my channel, man.
Dude, you really do. Honestly,
Thanks.
It's like the Niner all-star team. Anyway, the 2 things. I think the Niners for sure are going to take a receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round. I'm with you 100% on that. Kyle can't help it. He's addicted to it.
Yeah,
and then
like Trent Baalke drafting ACL dudes. Agree.
Oh my God, Trent! I can't stand Trent Baalke. Anyway, and then the Najee Harris thing, where Najee said that the Niners were super into him before we traded up. I have a feeling we're going to trade. We have 9 draft picks this year. There's no way we're drafting 9 players. There's absolutely no way 9 players make this roster right now. So I don't know, maybe like ETN or the guy you were talking about the other day, Michael Carter.
See, here's the only thing. Do you really think the Niners are going to spend their first 3 picks on offensive players? Quarterback, running back, wide receiver? You could.
For some reason, I do. They want weapons for that quarterback that they're getting.
That's a good
and
point.
then they signed those 2 Raider players. Actually, aren't going to be too bad with a D line that's actually okay compared to Oakland.
That's true. They're putting a lot of their free agent assets into the defense, but that secondary seems thin. If they don't really address that in the draft, playing with fire on that.
I like that guy from Minnesota, the tall corner. I can't remember his name, June or something like that.
Yep.
And then the one more thing, the safety from UCF. I don't know. I think he could play nickel and safety. So in the 2nd round at 43, if he's there, or Holland from Oregon, I don't see why we might not take either.
I wanted to take Holland because he went to my high school. That's the only reason. I think that makes him a better football player.
I think they could replace either of our safeties next year too. So I would like those picks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's all I got. Thank you for taking the call.
Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Go have a great day and ready. For sure.
Yeah, you too.
All right, have a good one. Darius. Oh, what's up, Jeff Garcia? 5 days till the draft. What's up? How you doing?
My dad gave me this when I was a kid. But
I love Jeff Garcia. Do you remember watching Jeff Garcia back in the day?
I didn't really start getting into about 2010, but I have seen highlights and he was a good quarterback.
How old are you?
17.
Dang. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't have known Jeff Garcia. That's fair.
Yeah. So so I've started doing a little homework on other positions other than quarterback because I started looking at our
Thank
draft.
you.
And I started looking at our draft, and I do think that they're going to take a wideout in the second round. I think there's going to be good wideouts in the second round for us. Maybe,
It's
but I
usually
do
the
think
sweet
they're going
spot. If you want to get a good wide receiver, you usually kind of got to take him before the
Second.
75th pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like second,
Early
third
third, you can get some good ones. Early third, but it
Yeah.
dries up. It dries up. Yeah.
But I was looking at it. The Niners do have a few draft picks that they can still shift around, and and stuff like that. And I saw a report. I'm not sure if you saw, but I saw a report that Kyle and John did request to see footage of Pitts earlier this week. And I saw it and I said, are the 49ers looking to draft Pitts at 3 and then kind of maybe trade in about the 12th to 15th pick to take Jones? That's where I don't think Niner fans would be mad.
They would be happy. It would be brilliant.
It would
if
be
they
happy.
did that.
Because I saw,
Yes.
because I'm like, a Kyle Pitts, and then I started watching Kyle Pitts' film, and I'm like, the reason why this man is like so insane, he has the best prospect in the draft, because if you watch his film, Trask is throwing him absolutely terrible balls, and he has to do all in his worthy to get them
He
balls
catches
in.
everything. All
Yeah,
you gotta
and
do is throw it like within 5 feet of him, and he catches the ball.
Yeah, and
no one can cover him.
And like a Pitts Kittle duo, because like a lot, like my mom kind of put it in my mind when she first mentioned to me about the Niners possibly taking him, and I'm looking, I'm like, we saw for so many years for Belichick and his system, 2 tight ends work so much that this offseason he went and got 2 tight ends for his offense in camp.
That's right.
And having Kittle, who's already debatably the best tight end in the league, and bring in a guy who looks like he's gonna be an absolute
maybe
star,
even better than Kittle.
Even better than him.
Yeah.
Have a dynamic duo right there. You have
84
everything
and 85 on the same field together. I mean,
you have everything around you need.
Not to mention Mostert and Ayuk and Debo. I mean, come on, Josh Rosen could win a Super Bowl with that. I mean, I think maybe even Jimmy Garoppolo could.
And then when Alex Smith retired earlier this week, I just thought about the days of Vernon, Frank, all of them just having fun on the football field. And then I was like, imagine if the 49ers had brought in like Alex Smith to be like a quarterback mentor for Jimmy and our rookie. Because you said it yourself, he's ridiculously smart.
I know. Too bad he retired. But yesterday when I was at this wedding, I posted a poll. Who will have a better career, Mac Jones or Kyle Pitts? I think Kyle Pitts won like 86% to 14%.
Kyle, like no matter where he goes, Kyle Pitts, no matter where he goes, if you pair him with like a quarterback to work with, he's gonna be doing magic.
I'm gonna say something controversial real quick. He should be the Jets pick.
He really
if they were smart, he would be their pick. They have another pick in round 1. They have the 19th pick or something like that, 20-something. They should take Kyle Pitts at number 2.
And they could probably trade up pretty easily with that 19.
And who's to say they won't? Maybe they will.
Because like
maybe they will. It's the right pick.
It's the right pick. It's the right pick for everybody in the top 6, really, because he's not going to. If they make it to Miami, Miami's taking them on the spot no matter what.
No doubt.
Like, that's why
I can't even see Atlanta passing on him. If you put if you put Kyle Pitts and Julio Jones on the same team, that's a contender.
Yeah, but I saw that report earlier this week. I'm not sure if you saw. I saw that report of Kyle and John both requested to see that film of Pitts, and if they requested to see said film, I'm thinking that they're thinking we can maybe grab this guy, and they might have been talking to somebody right now to make that jump in the trade.
When I first floated the idea of Kyle Pitts, them take like Niner fans were like, "No, you can't do that. He's not a quarterback." But I think as time has passed, Niner fans are like, "You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it."
Especially in free agency, with how we're going like so defense heavy in free agency, and like Chris Cohn.
Was it so clear that he's like the best prospect in the draft and the best prospect in a long time, and that these other quarterbacks are all iffy?
And the last time the 49ers took the best prospect in the draft. He ended up being defensive rookie of the year and had a fantastic season.
It shouldn't be that hard. You have the number 3 pick in the draft. Take the best player available. If you take Mac Jones, you're making the Solomon Thomas mistake because Mac Jones wasn't even the best player on his college team. Just like Solomon Thomas. Solomon Thomas wasn't the best player on Stanford. Christian McCaffrey was. Mac Jones isn't the best player on Alabama. Devontae Smith is. Devontae Smith won the Heisman Trophy, not Mac Jones. I mean, you're making the same mistake. Don't freaking do that. Darius, great call. Go watch some Jeff Garcia highlights, man. He's underrated.
I will.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
They bought you that probably when you were 3 years old and you grew into it. That's a nice gift, man. Benedict, live from Germany. What's going on? Hold on real quick. Jose says there was a report saying Kyle and John also met with Trey Lance's parents in general, spending personal time. That's cool, man. That is cool. Spending time with them parents. All right, sorry about that. What's going on, Ben?
No problem. Hi, long time no see.
Hey, man. It has been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I'm fine with Mac Jones. Under one condition.
Under one condition.
The condition is we trade back in the first round and take Najee.
That's
Harris.
Fine. Trade back in and get the okay. All right. I wasn't expecting that.
I think the 49ers want, or in ideal world, they would get Harris, and Harris would prefer to play for the 49ers. Because I saw in docu-series from Alabama a couple of days ago, and they show him working out. He has a face mask of the 49ers on. And
that's amazing.
In this day and age, where everybody looks on their shoes if they have the right, if they have Nike shoes on or Adidas shoes on when they work out, so maybe they can strike a deal. They are for sponsoring or something like that. They want it's not an word is missing. It was planned that he has the mask on, and I
of
think
course
he wants to
it was premeditated. It was premeditated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's
what's the word.
For sure. Gotcha.
He wants to tell other teams, I want to be a 49er. I don't think he will fall into the second round. And therefore, I think they must trade back into at least 20, around in the 20s of the first round.
And they're in position to do it. They got the picks. They got Jimmy. They can move up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, real quick. The track record of running backs drafted in round 1 the last 15 years, it's not good. It's not good. Now, I'm not saying Najee Harris won't buck the trend. He's a hell of a player. But it's not good. Yeah. Think about it. Yeah. Look it up. Yeah.
And the reason I'm fine with Mac Jones on that last condition is we trade Jimmy. And he has not enough, or he has 17 starts, but he has a lot of time behind the other quarterbacks, behind Hurts, in a more or less pro-style system from Sarkisian, and therefore I think he could be ready for round 1. Trey Lance would be my preferable quarterback, but I don't think he will be ready. Maybe they can roll with him and test him in the fire, but I don't think they will make the playoffs then. And if they want to hit the ground running, then they should.
Mac Jones and Najee Harris would be the.
Yeah.
It would be
and the third pick should be Amon-Ra St. Brown, just for the simple reason he has a German mother, and maybe I can see a lot more games from the 49ers on German TV.
See, I thought you were going to jump ship when the Niners got rid of Mark and Zoucher. That was going to be it. It's over.
Yeah, therefore we need Amon-Ra. That's the only reason.
All right, man. That sounds good.
Reporters can be in training camp with lederhosen.
They do come by. They're always very enthusiastic. Yeah. They're cool. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. Benedict, thanks for calling in.
Bye.
Have a good one, man. Take care. Oh, well, hold on. Sorry, I'm coming back to you, but Tori's first. Sorry, Martin. How you doing?
Hi, Grant.
How are you?
Good. I'm good. I got 2 questions. Who do you think the Niners will draft at number 3?
Okay.
And then the second one. And then the second one is, what do you think the Niners' record will be?
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go with the experts that say that they're going to pick Mac Jones, even though my sources don't believe it. The experts think they're going to take Mac Jones. I'm still going to hold out hope that they're going to do like Kyle Pitts or something like that. What was the second? Oh, the record. I went through with my dad a couple of weeks ago, and I think I got 11-6. It's a 17 game schedule now, so 11-6. 11-6. It's a good. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. What do you think?
I think they will make it too.
Okay. All right. Hey man, well thanks for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right. All right, Martin. Sorry for the false start on that.
No problem.
How you doing?
I'm fine. First thing first, it's been a while, but
it has been a while.
I told you about Rashawn Slater.
Yeah, you did.
I was on that train, and now it doesn't matter anymore because it's not going to be him. But no, it is what it is. So I was just talking about a little bit quarterback because, that's it. I'd like Kyle Pitts to be the pick, but I don't think it's going to be him. About the idea of the what if and the scouting, always switching around, what if Kellen Mond was with Alabama? It would be
what if Justin Herbert was with Alabama the year before?
Yeah, all those things. What really stayed in my head, Rashawn Slater did not play, he opted out. Penny Sewell did not play, he opted out.
Yep.
All the QBs played except Trey Lance.
I know.
And what if Trey Lance had just played at North Dakota? I'm telling you, if Trey Lance had played last year, the dynamic will be whether the Jacksonville Jaguar will take Lawrence or Lance.
I could see it.
If he had played another season of 30, 40 touchdowns and 1 or 2 interceptions, at 20 years old with those athletic qualities, he did not freaking play at 20 years old.
I know.
How good can he get? Maybe he would have been worse. Maybe they say he played one game and it was bad. He freaking played one game all year with all other players that played only 1 year, all the rust. To play just one crappy game in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, that should not account for.
Right, that's true.
That thing, it's so. But if he had played a complete season,
true. He might be the number one pick in the draft.
I'm sure that the
people who really like Trey Lance would argue that he has the most upside of any player in this draft. The most. The only thing is, look, you mentioned Slater, you mentioned Sewell, you mentioned him. These are 3 guys that didn't play last year. Now, Lance played 1 game. I was talking to a coach, and he didn't have the answer, but he's like, you tell me, what is the track record of players coming into the league who sat out the year before they came into the league? I don't know the answer. But he said, I don't know. Is it good? I mean, it's one thing for professional athletes to miss a year, but collegiate athletes to miss a year and then join the pros, I don't know. What's the track record? It's an interesting point because the thing, it's one thing to invest in players in the NFL who have torn their ACL. Those are pros. They've been in the NFL. They've proven themselves. They can come back. But what Trent Baalke used to do was draft players with torn ACLs. Those aren't pros. You don't even know if they were good enough to play before they. So you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I'm not saying it's a reason not to take Trey Lance, but it's something I would do a little investigating on.
But if you think talk about taking the best player available, for me, it's Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
If you want really to take the guy, the no bust guy and the most upside, I still think it's Rashawn Slater second over Penny Sewell because of his versatility.
Okay.
And I mean, a lot of guys already had left tackles, and you can play. I'm in love with the guys. I think it's going to be I think Quilton Nelson can play anywhere. But I think of those 3, I put Trey Lance there because, I mean, like you said, Mike Jones is 22. Is going to be 23. Josh Rosen is 20. Is 23. Why play Rosen? If you want to have someone who has real upside that really make a difference and really carry you along the way, you have
got to be Trey Lance. It's got to be Trey Lance. Yeah. Hey, you're right. Good call. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. All right. Maitland Eagle, thank you. Waruna.
Hey.
How you doing? Hey, what's up?
How was the wedding?
It was good. It was 3 days.
Okay.
It was 3 days. So, I mean, I had never seen anything like it. It was beautiful. Wonderful.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. I don't know what they were talking about. It was all in Sanskrit, but it was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So today I just wanted to speak about Justin Fields.
Okay.
I watched your Jim Mora interview. And I mean, when a coach talks about a player, it makes a lot more sense. I mean,
sure.
Then we as fans, we always overanalyze things and come up with
Of
what
course.
it is. But he just talked very simple and made a lot of sense. So he said one important thing about Justin Fields. He said that kid is a winner.
Yes.
So that is a really important aspect that we have to consider.
Yes.
Because when you think about it, I mean, let's say he was on a super team. That's fine. But that means he knows how to be in a winning culture.
Mhm.
When you are in a winning team, you always have that mental confidence.
Yes.
If you ask Patriots how did they won after being down 28-3, they will come up with thousands of reasons. But one thing is, they have done that before,
Yes.
and inside they know they are eventually going to get it done.
Mhm.
So that winning mentality is something hard to build. It's a habit. Winning is a habit, end of the day.
Mhm.
I mean, that's why Matthew Stafford is a good quarterback, but he doesn't have that winning culture, winning mentality.
Mhm.
If you put Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady on the same situation, Tom Brady would come up top.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay? So that's the case. So
Only thing with Justin Fields is like, that's true. But when you say that, when Jim Morris says that, it's like every quarterback wins at Ohio State. JT Barrett won at Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins won at Ohio State. They all put up, they all throw 40 touchdown passes in a season. They win. They're Heisman finalists. They're in big games. So why is this guy going to be different? Is my only question. And I know he's more highly regarded coming out of high school, stronger arm, yada, yada, yada. I think it's fair to have some questions, though.
yeah, that's true. But my answer for that would be he has proved a lot rather than other quarterbacks. And Dwayne Haskins, I think he would be good. He would be good in coming years. So the thing is now, there is this medical situation that has come up as well on Justin Fields.
Right.
So I think he is the quarterback that has to prove most. I think that is his strength. So he will be like, okay, everyone is trying to throw me under the bus. Everyone
Yes.
is throwing me different stuff.
Yeah. Focusing on my negatives, not giving me any credit for the things I do well. All of a sudden, I can't do anything right. Yeah.
Yes. So I think if you take top 5 quarterbacks out on this draft, this guy is going to be the one who is going to work hardest.
The hardest. The one with the chair. Okay, real quick before you go, who do you think is going to be if one of these 5 quarterbacks drops on Thursday, which one will it be?
Matt Jones.
Ooh. And who do you think the Niners? You think the Niners will? I just feel like, hey, Kyle, if you want Mac Jones, let him go and get him up at the end of round 1. I mean, you can get him. You don't have to take him at number 3. It reminds me like when the Niners said they were going to take Reuben Foster at number 3, but decided they were going to take Solomon Thomas. Saying like, okay, you like Reuben Foster, you don't have to take him at number 3, man. He was there at the end of round 1, and that was too early for him.
But I have a quick answer. I'm agreeing on Wish on this. If Kyle, you want Mac Jones, don't care about anyone else. Go there, get him, but prove to us that you are a good coach and you can develop a good.
Prove to us that you're a good coach, because I kind of feel like Niner fans are starting to lose a little confidence. Like, you take Mac Jones, man, I don't know. Like, well all right. Okay. All
okay,
right.
we'll see. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Devin says, SF Giants just increased the capacity for fans. I can't wait to Phil leave. You can't wait to Phil Levi's with the gang this year. Enough QB talk. What do you think about Wayne Gallman? He's solid. He's an upgrade over Tevin Coleman and Jerick McKinnon. Nice little addition to that team. Yeah, good player. I always liked him. Went to Clemson. Chef, you there?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, dude.
What is this Mac Jones? Where are they getting this from? This is ridiculous.
I don't know, but all the people who are actually connected are saying the same thing. So probably Mike Shanahan is my best guess. Mike.
What? Big Daddy.
Or Jed. Mike or Jed, one of those two.
Why would you draft somebody that's exactly like Jimmy G that could beat out Mac Salad?
You know who Mac Jones reminds me of? I'm gonna throw a name from my childhood. Brian Greasy. That was the heir apparent to John Elway. That was Mike Shanahan's guys, about 6'3", 215, played on some excellent Michigan teams. Didn't give you a whole lot, though. Not mobile, didn't have a strong arm. Brian Greasy.
Yeah, and most of his yards are from Yak, just like Jimmy. So you're getting Jimmy 2.0. And then everyone's saying, well, he won the national championship. Well, didn't Matt Leinart win too? What happened to him?
Yeah. Oh my God. He won a national championship at Alabama. Who has done that before? No one does that. Oh my God. If Josh Rosen had gone to Alabama, they would have won a national championship. If Nick Mullins had gone to Alabama, they would have won a national championship. If CJ Beathard, they would have. I mean, it's
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So where's this coming from? Dude, Mike Shanahan drafted Brian Greasy. So anyone who was that invested in Brian Greasy is going to love Mac Jones. I mean, here's what I think is going on. Kyle and his dad are very close. Like me and my dad are very close. And if my dad and I were in business together and my dad said, look, got to take Mac Jones. This guy's the truth. It'd be hard for me to go against my dad because I respect him.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Kyle needs to like say no to his dad for the first time in his life and be like, you know what, Dad, you're wrong. You're wrong. I love you, Dad. I'm not. It's my career. It's my life. You're not drafting Mac Jones. I have to live with this the rest of my life. I'm not going to do it. You're wrong. And I love you, Dad. And we can have Thanksgiving together, but I'm not going down like this. You do it. You get a team and you draft Mac Jones. I'm not doing it. He needs to stand up to his dad.
Definitely.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Yeah.
What if they draft Mac Jones? What do you think the fans will protest by returning their season tickets?
I hope so. I don't know, man. I think it'll be great, but they'll be mad at first. They'll talk themselves into it by the next morning. They'll be happy with Mac Jones the offseason, but then anytime he throws an incompletion, a bad pass, they'll be on him. There will be no patience for Mac Jones, and I can't wait. I don't see
him beating out Jimmy G. I don't even think he could beat out Rosen.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see it before I believe it. I've seen a lot of backups do well at Alabama. Let's see. He's decisive. He throws the anticipation. That sounds like a guy who's going to throw a bunch of picks in the NFL. I don't know. We'll see, man. Tommy, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, good to see you again. You too. Definitely.
Oh, man, I thought you were underneath the Eiffel Tower for a second, but
that's what it looks like.
What's up, man? How you doing?
How's it going? This is the first time calling. Honored to be on.
Where you calling from?
Aliso Viejo, Orange County.
Oh, nice. I'm in Temecula right now, so not too far.
Okay, yeah, right down here. Oh, so okay. So my first question, not really a question, it's more like a statement. Is
sure.
When comparing our roster to the rest of the rosters in our division, I struggle to see how we are the worst team, or even like close to the bottom.
It seems to me like if you just compare rosters and take the quarterbacks out of it.
Exactly.
You say the Niners are the best team in the division.
I would say their roster is the most complete.
I agree. Now, it's always with the caveat when healthy.
Exactly.
When healthy. But yes.
That's the knock. So
yeah.
And even comparing our roster this year to the roster 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't see how we're worse.
Right. Trent Williams is better than Joe Staley. Alex Mack is better than Weston Richburg. Gallman's better. Ayuk's better. D4 didn't play. Ebukam's on the team now. Kendrick Bourne's gone, but they're going to replace. Yeah, I can see it.
That's kind of my.
But it always comes back to the quarterback. And in 2019, there was all this confidence in Jimmy. Like people loved Jimmy. People thought Jimmy was going to be the guy, and now he has to be replaced.
Exactly.
Like, it's amazing how things change in a year. He has to be replaced so bad that the Niners are going to not take the best tight end of all time so they can take some quarterback who might be better than Jimmy. That's crazy. Imagine if I told you that 12 months ago, you'd be like, there's no way. There's no way.
I agree.
So maybe they're overreacting with this quarterback thing. I don't know.
Well, the way I look at it is the Niners fans have a tendency to kind of just flip like that.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's not Steve Young.
Yeah.
He's not going to be good. He's not going to be an all-time great. Screw him. It is Alex Smith.
Yeah, I was just about to say Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, same deal. So
it's like, I know you want a young quarterback to groom and develop. Josh Rosen's 24, man. If you're going to take another quarterback, he better be obviously better than Josh Rosen. Obviously.
I like Josh Rosen. I don't think we should give
Me
up.
too. Hey, is he an OC guy, or would you not call where he was from OC? Downing? Is that the OC?
Nah,
not really. No.
Well, I grew up in the Central Valley, so I'm.
Oh, okay. Where?
Turlock.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Oh, so you don't know Colin Kaepernick. You don't know.
I was gonna go to the high school where Pittman, where he was.
Oh, nice.
So that was my plan, and then we moved down here. But
all right, well,
yes,
I bet you upgraded. Yeah, man. Well, great call, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Good stuff, man. Dominic, everyone. Alexander says, crazy scenario, draft Kyle Pitts, trade second round pick, and Jimmy to pass for 15, take Mac Jones. I think it could happen. Viet says, I know we want to start the rookie, but would it not be wise to let the kid sit at least 8 games and let him process and prepare for all this pressure? Tom Brady sat a year. Patrick Mahomes sat a year. Aaron Rodgers sat 3 years. It seems like if you can do it, it couldn't hurt. All right, Frankie H. What's up, man?
Hey, Grant. How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from San Diego, California.
Oh, nice. I'm going to be in San Diego this afternoon. We're taking a little trip.
Oh, yeah. You're up in wine country. Temecula.
Yeah. Temecula. Yep.
That place is dope. Love it.
Yep.
So I just want to say I'm a really big fan, Grant. I think
thanks,
you bring an awesome perspective for 49ers fans. Like, one thing that I count you for is you got me off the Jimmy train. I was a big supporter of Jimmy for the longest time. I still am.
Okay.
But the guy can't stay healthy, and that's the biggest issue with him. So I'm off him at this point, and I like your perspective. I got to give you respect for that.
Appreciate it.
I want to talk about quarterback, of course, because everybody wants to.
Of course.
Mac Jones, he can't be the guy. He really can't be.
No.
He's
No. If they take him like at 15, if they like find some other way to get him and it's not at 3, then okay, whatever. But at 3,
absolutely not. Everything they give, and you just brought up a really good point. Is he much better than Josh Rosen? Absolutely not.
No,
I don't think so.
Played on a better team in college.
Like, they're same skill sets, I think.
Pocket quarterbacks. Except
Rosen has
a stronger arm.
Josh has a stronger arm, and Josh has been in the league for a couple of years.
That's right.
I mean, he has that.
Yeah.
I think it has to be Fields or Lance. I don't see how it could be anybody else. Lance is a guy who could sit for a year. He wouldn't need to start. He'd learn the position, learn quarterbacking under the Shanahan system. Fields, I think, would need to start right away. And I think that's the difference. He's just too athletic, and he needs the reps as well. I see Lance being the guy, but really it all comes down to, is Kyle going to be the guy who supports? He needs to be the guy who supports.
Enough. Yeah.
He needs to build the system around him. He needs to change his ways, his system a little bit to each one of those quarterbacks. And I think he's come to realize that that's the way to go.
I don't think you'd have to change it for Trey Lance. Now, for Justin Fields, I think he would. To make Justin Fields comfortable, you'd want him in like an Arizona Cardinals style offense, I would think. But Trey Lance, he's already been in a Niners style offense. If he needs a little time on the bench, well, that's why you're keeping Jimmy Garoppolo anyway. Yeah. So it seems like, look, the way I look at it is I think Trey Lance and Justin Fields both have a potential to be busts. But I guess every player has a potential to be a bust. I think of those players, Justin Fields could be very good, but the hesitation in his game makes me question whether he'll ever be great. I think Trey Lance does have a chance to be great, which is why between the two, I would take him.
And I think with Kyle, any of those quarterbacks really can be great. Kyle is such an offensive mind. I think any of those quarterbacks will succeed, but Kyle needs to be behind them 100%.
Last thing. The only other thing that would help them be great more than Kyle Shanahan is another Kyle. His name is Pitts. And if the Niners could get Pitts at 3 and some other quarterback in round 1 move back up, that quarterback, whoever it is, would be really set up. Oh, I mean, you
give up a lot for a tight end.
Absolutely. So. Hey, you're giving up a lot for whatever you take, honestly. Anything. Yeah. That trade is baffling to me, but they're there. Now you got to make a good decision, man. But I don't know. We'll see. If it's Trey Lance, I can see it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frankie. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I'll see you in a few hours, man. Have a good one.
I'll see you
later, man. Every time. Looking great, dude. Looking great. How you doing?
What up?
What up? What up? What up?
So I feel like I know who Kyle Shanahan's draft crush is. Everybody keeps talking about Kyle Pitts. You know, even you've been talking about Kyle Pitts.
Hell yeah, I've been talking about Kyle Pitts.
So I feel like his draft crush is Kadarius Toney. Because Kadarius Toney reminds me a lot of Deebo Samuel, but Kadarius Toney runs a lot of plays in the backfield in Florida. He's 5'11", so is Deebo, also 5'11".
Yep.
But Kadarius Toney is 189 pounds. He's less than Deebo Samuel.
Yep.
And Kadarius Toney's 40 time is 4.41. So both of those guys are very similar. They both run a lot of plays in the backfield.
They
and
are.
I feel like if there's better options available in the second round and Kyle Shanahan's drafting receiver, he's going to draft Kadarius Toney over those guys. And he did that with Deebo Samuel when there was A.J. Brown on the board and there was DK Metcalf, but instead he wanted a guy where he could use him as a running back and he could use him as a wide receiver. So
it's true. I think if he likes these gadget style wide receivers, he's gonna love Kadarius Toney. Yep.
I feel like he's gonna love Kadarius Toney too. Because honestly,
when I watch Florida, they
sure.
kind of remind me of the Niners in the sense that like you got your great tight end in Pitts and you got your gadget player in Toney, kind of like Deebo and Kittle. But yeah, Toney's great. Only thing is, I think the Niners need someone who can be a possession receiver on third down and in the red zone. But Kyle's also shown that he'll take 2 wide receivers a draft. He did it last year. Did the year before?
I feel like we need an actual good pass catcher receiver, like a DK or someone who's actually like a true pass catcher. Because Kyle Shanahan, even Ayuk, right? Ayuk was a receiver. He got like 700 yards this season. But most of the time, Kyle Shanahan just used him to run jet sweeps over and over again. And if you didn't use Ayuk, it would just be Deebo running a jet sweep.
That's true. Kadarius Toney rounds. I think it's highly likely that the Niners take a wide receiver at some point between pick 30 and 75. I think you're probably right. So Toney could be the one. They're going to take someone from that Florida offense.
Even if there's Brandon Marshall still there or Rondale Moore, he would still take Kadarius Toney over those guys because he loved running jet sweeps and he just likes that.
Right.
So he likes.
I like Rondale Moore though. He runs jet sweeps too. He runs a 4.2. He's little, but so is Wes Welker. Maybe Wes Welker would be like, little people need love too. Come on, man. I was 5'7". What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's all I'm saying.
Wes Welker's the wide receivers coach,
Yeah. So he could probably make the case for Rondale Moore. Anyway.
Yep.
Niner all day says you're looking spicy. I mean, that's tight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, I wake up, just put this on really quick, and then that's it.
I was at an Indian wedding last few days. Have you ever been to one?
I've been to many.
That's the look of someone who's they're very long. They
are
keep
very
going.
long.
There's
so many. I don't understand.
Going. They keep walking in circles. Like, they're making another trip around the fire. Trip number 6. It was pretty cool, man.
I'm surprised there's only 3 events. Usually there's like 6 or 7.
I think there's probably 6 or 7, but we've been in 3. So
I wish you good luck, bro.
Thanks, man. I'll see you next time. It's gonna be an afternoon Cohn phone tomorrow. I gotta drive home, so I'll see you, man.
I'll see you
Later. Yo, what's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Nothing. My main question is, do you think that we'll trade up and back into the first round after we take our first pick?
I think it's highly possible. The Niners have 9 picks in this draft. There's no way 9 rookies make this team. Yeah, they're gonna trade up at some point. They're gonna consolidate some picks.
Okay. I mean, the main thing I think with our first pick, everybody's saying, all the professionals are saying, let's go with Mac Jones. But do you really want Jimmy G 2.0?
No.
I mean, it's the reports are going to come out that I really do think that Kyle didn't want Jimmy. John Lynch wanted Jimmy. And now you're hearing John Lynch wants Trey Lance.
Yeah.
And it's the back and forth. And when you got 5 days left until draft and you don't know who your number 3 pick are going to be, that's a problem.
It is.
Really? I mean, this is going to make and break our management team.
Yeah.
It's going to make and break John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, he needs to get a quarterback that he can groom his way, not his father's way.
Yes.
Remember, when he had RG3 and Kirk Cousins, his father was the head coach.
Yep.
He was just the assistant. So this is your time to really step out of the shadow of your father.
That's right.
Be your own man.
Yep.
Be your own person.
Mm-hmm.
Pick the quarterback you want. Mac Jones, I'm sorry.
That's your dad's pick. That's your dad's pick. Be honest. Your dad is pressuring you to make a bad decision.
Like, sometimes our parents will lead us down the same road that they went down.
That's right.
We have to take our own path sometimes.
That's right.
And when it comes to Kyle, you are offensive guru. You all great offensive mind. You can take Justin Fields or Trey Lance and make them a good quarterback with the right weapons.
Mhm.
Now, Kyle Pitts, I like Kyle Pitts at tight end, but he can't block. We're
Yeah.
running things. I need you to block. I mean, Dwelly blocked just as good as Kittle. So you really don't need a Kyle Pitts. It would help your offense.
Sure.
But you still got to see what Juan Jennings and if Hurd can make it on the field, what he can do for us.
True.
You got options on your roster, and then you picked up defensive tackles this week. So you're bolstering your D-line. So your D-line is going to be immaculate. D'Amico Ryan going to have he's going to have a good defense. You're going to get pressure. You're going to be able to get the ball back to the quarterback on a good spot on the field. So all you need is a quarterback that's mobile, that has pocket presence, that has a strong arm, and believes in his receivers. And
he's a good decision maker. I'm going to keep coming back to that. A good decision maker, too. And that's why I like Trey Lance. I watch him for a young guy who's 19 and inexperienced, checks down. He doesn't take unnecessary sacks. He bolts the pocket at the right time. He doesn't hold on. Nothing against Justin Fields. I like Trey Lance. Which one do you prefer?
I'm starting to like Trey Lance. Because I know he didn't play last year, but look at the reason why he played one game for his fellow college teammates that had partial scholarships.
Yep.
He played so their college could be good. That's a leader.
That's right.
That's what you want.
He could be like, you know what? There's nothing in it for me, guys. I'm out. Good luck. If see so many guys do that before.
Yeah, and that's a sacrifice. He was willing to sacrifice getting injured for his teammates. That's something that I don't see in Jimmy G. You've never seen him. You never seen him go live and say, "Hey, congratulations on Kittle getting his contract."
Nope.
Or y'all need to give Kittle his money.
Nope.
You never hear him talk you never hear him in the media talking about boosting up his players.
Like Richard Sherman does all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a leader.
Yes.
We have to. And Mac Jones, they don't question his character, but they question Trey Lance and Justin Fields' character. Well, Trey Lance, he didn't play 1 year. Is he going to be ready to play? Well, Justin Fields is now. He's suffering from epilepsy. It's always something that they're trying to tarnish something on Justin Fields and trying to boast up Mac Jones. Mac Jones comes from Alabama. We said it 4 years ago. We would not take an Alabama player because of the bad intel we got by Reuben Foster.
Yep.
So now you're sounding like a hypocrite if you take Mac Jones.
I mean,
he got DUIs on his record.
He has 17 games of experience. He's got a DUI on his record. He's not an athlete. And you look at his body and you wonder, what is going on?
How do you not do well in a pro day that's scripted? Please.
How does your body look like that, man? How does your body look like that?
Look
you
at
just spent 4 years in the Alabama football program. What are you doing, man?
And most Alabama players that come out, they got some type of muscle mass. When you looked at Mac Jones, you was just like, what the hell? Was he drinking beers the whole time?
That's what it looks like. And it's like, knowing his history, it's like, yeah, man. No, if they take Mac Jones, I'm gonna be happy because I'm not rooting for this team. I'm gonna be profiting from misery, but that's kind of bleak. I'll be like the Grinch at that point,
I mean, I really do think if they take Mac Jones, it's gonna be so much of a divide in the fans that now the fans are gonna scrutinize everything Kyle Shanahan does.
Oh my
everything
God.
John Lynch, like we was talking, they're gonna scrutinize everything. Like
everything.
You picked another Jimmy G. So what's gonna be different from Jimmy G and Jimmy G 2.0? And if he's not better than Josh Rosen, then really we're gonna be screwed for the next 5 to 10 years.
That's
easy.
Right. That's right. No, the only way that the Niners can get out of this predicament if it blows up in their faces is trading Kyle if he still has value at that point. Kyle, John Gruden got the Raiders 2 firsts and 2 seconds. So Kyle, hey man, good luck. If it doesn't work out, you're our get out of jail free card, man. Sorry.
Who would you trade up in the first round to get at the bottom?
Mond. I think that dude has. Compare Mond physically to Zach Wilson. Everyone loves Zach Wilson, all right? I don't know why. He had 1 good year at BYU. Kellen Mond is bigger than Zach Wilson. His arm is stronger than Zach Wilson. He's faster than Zach Wilson. He's more experienced than Zach Wilson. Now, Zach Wilson has a lot of cool plays where he's running around and stuff. You don't think Kellen Mond would do that at BYU? BYU. Playing 0 Power 5 teams. I like Kellen Mond. That's my guy. I'm riding dying with him. So go watch his highlights.
I'll do some homework. I do some homework on Kellen Mond tonight.
He's a better athlete than Zach Wilson, who's going to be the number 2 pick in the draft. I like his upside. I think he's got a cannon, and I think he's fast. He's 6'2.5", 215, runs a 4.5. He's a good player.
Yeah, that's a good player. That sounds like a good player.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's a 4-year starter. He's in the SEC. He's 14-3 in his last 17 starts. Everyone, like, he played as a freshman and sophomore, as a junior. He had some bad games. Okay, like, Mac Jones didn't play at all. What if Mac Jones was on the field as a sophomore? He probably would have had some inconsistent tape. Would you hold that against him? Or you're only going to hold it against Kellen Mond? What?
Mac Jones walked into a perfect situation.
Perfect situation. If Kellen Mond had been at Alabama, he would have been a Heisman candidate, and they would have won a national championship.
Exactly. That's the whole. I think the whole argument for everything. It's the
and
same
if Mac
thing.
Jones went to UCLA or Texas A&M, we wouldn't even know who he is.
Who Mac Jones is?
Never heard of him. We don't even know. Anyway, we got 5 days to tell the Niners not to make a bad decision. And I'm trying to do a little reverse psychology. Like, hey, I want you to take Mac Jones. Do it for me. I want you to take him. The Seahawks want you to take him. The Cardinals want you to take him. The Rams want you to take him. Do it. Go ahead. Make everyone happy, man.
Because if we take Mac Jones, we will be we'll still have the bottom tier quarterback in the division.
Unless we're all wrong and Kyle's right. So I don't know. Prove us wrong, Kyle.
Yeah. All right. Good talk.
All right, man. Great talking to you, man. Eric, man, real quick, hold on. Jam Jaws has a question. We'll answer it, and then we'll get to your stuff. All right, just a second, real quick. Jam Jaws says if Lancer Fields plays starter like in preseason, Niner fans will be so hostile, like sending death threats after one bad Jimmy game. And if Jimmy gets hurt at all on either our team or another, how good we're moving to 3-seam. Man, that's a lot going on there. All I'm saying is, yeah, Niners are going to be really, really hostile if they don't get the quarterback they want, and they're going to be really – Niner fans are hard on their quarterbacks, man. Ask Alex Smith. He really didn't enjoy it. Jamma Jaws, thank you for the donation. Eric, let's get back to what you wanted to say. What's up, man? That is an intense look. What's up?
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
Well, that is.
Okay, what's going on, man?
Oh, that is that. So, my apologies.
You're good.
What? Yeah, I just want to ask you this. We're talking about a lot about. I personally think that the pick is going to be Lance for the first round. But why don't we touch in about like on anything that's past the first round? What's going to happen? Do you think on day 2 and day 3 and also, what do you think of the Niners taking a linebacker like Dylan Moses in the second or third round?
I think linebacker is one of the strongest positions on the team. Dylan Moses might be an excellent player, but if they don't take a freaking cornerback with their second pick, I'm going to have an issue with them.
Yeah.
Because everything is dependent on Jason Verrett playing the whole season and being great, when that's not a realistic expectation for Jason. I mean, I'm not betting against him, but let's be realistic here. If he goes down, the starting corners are Emmanuel Mosley and Dante Johnson. You're not winning games like that. So this linebacker could be something else, but I think they got to draft for need at a certain point. That's what I'm saying. Did I lose you? I lost him. Eric, you still there? Okay. All right. Keep on. Hold on. Come on back. Sorry. I thought I lost you. You got another question?
Yeah. My internet might be good.
Oh, I lost him. Sorry, Eric. We'll try to get you next time. All right. Hey, man. How you doing?
Yo, what's up, Grant? It's been a minute.
What's up, man? It's been a while.
How you doing? So I wanted to talk about Kyle Shanahan's issue with durability with players and just a little bit of comparison between Trey Lance and Justin Fields. Just something I noticed, right? Okay. I think we can agree that Trey Lance is the best runner in this class. Like,
yes,
by far,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But here's one thing for a comparison. I kind of compare him to Cam Newton for one reason.
Okay.
When Trey Lance is running, he's not juking them out. He's running them over.
Yes.
All right. And that can
although he does have a little shiftiness to him. He definitely wants to run you over.
Truck you. He wants to
so does
truck
Josh Allen in that sense.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that mentality of, getting your nose and getting dirty and just running.
Now, you have to have the body to pull it off. Like, I don't want Zach Wilson having that mentality.
Oh, no.
He'll be done.
Yeah. He'll be done. But Trey Lance, I really like the running people over stuff, but Kyle Shanahan does have a durability issue with his players. And we've seen this. And one thing that I like more about Justin Fields, just in this running aspect, is he kind of tends to like spin move or like juke, you know what I mean? So like if he's getting smacked, like he'll get back up and he's good.
Yeah.
And in the Clemson game, he played with a broken rib and he threw a touchdown pass after that. That's real leadership to come back into the game. If Jimmy G had a broken rib, we wouldn't see him until 2030.
Oh, so, hey, I've been really hard on Justin Fields, but I do think that he could be a very good quarterback in the NFL, like right away. I don't know if he can be great. He might be able to be great. Maybe the decision-making stuff I'm just wrong about. But if he could be a very good quarterback, some teams should be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the decision-making definitely is a problem, but I feel like it's not consistent, the issue. And what I mean by that is if you look at the Clemson game, he got through his progressions pretty quickly.
He did.
Smart decisions.
Yes.
He threw 6 touchdowns.
That was great against Clemson, man.
That doesn't happen to someone who makes bad decision-making, but I think it can be an issue sometimes, definitely.
Yep. That's why I'm not even that certain that I'm right about him. He could just end up being a great player, and I'll be like, well, I missed. So who knows?
Right. Yeah. And again, I think we can all be happy because anybody they pick at 3 is an upgrade over Jimmy. I think we can all agree. I think there are better picks that you can make, like taking Mac Jones over Trey Lance or Justin Fields, but they're definitely an upgrade. They're on a rookie contract, and we have Nick Bosa on a rookie contract for one more year. I think they might have to make a super ultra like Super Bowl run.
All I'm saying is, Kyle, if you think Mac Jones, if you're going to take him because he's the most pro ready, like, come on, man. You need to be taking the quarterback that you think can be the best down the line.
Yeah.
And if you think that, if everyone in your organization thinks that Trey Lance is the guy who has the best chance to be great, take the risk, dude. Take the risk. You're 41. If the Niners fire you somehow or trade you, like you're still going to go to another team and be one of the highest paid coaches in the league. You can take this risk. A 69-year-old coach who is,
he'll be done. He'll be done.
Mike McCarthy can't take this risk. You can take it. Make a bold move, man. Mac Jones is the least bold thing you could do, and no one's going to like it. No one in the world. So
here's my one issue with Trey Lance, and I love Trey Lance. I'm just talking about the pick at 3, right?
Yes.
For an honest prediction, I'm going to expect the rookie quarterback we draft to be in by week 6 because I don't see Jimmy Garoppolo playing 8 or 10 games healthy.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So honestly, I would expect this rookie quarterback to come in around week 6 or 8. And you have to decide who do you want starting in that position, Justin Fields or Trey Lance. Fields does have more experience, more completions, and he'll have that time to sit behind. And I don't think we're having OTAs, though, which is an issue.
Right, yeah, like your point is like if the reason you're taking Trey Lance is to sit him for a year. It's like, oh, it's a perfect situation. We can sit him for a year. Ooh, can you? You have Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's like, maybe that's why they have Nate Sudfeld. It's like, yeah, we're really not going to play Trey Lance.
Right.
Like, if anything happens to Jimmy, it's Nate Sudfeld time. Because
they're going to
tough to swallow for a Niner fan. It's like, wait.
Oh my God.
He can't even play as a backup as a rookie. What did you draft, dude? Like,
so
what?
That's my issue with Trey Lance at 3, because if you expect Jimmy's going to get injured this year, which he most likely will, who do you want in? Trey Lance or Justin Fields? Fields does have more reps. We can't deny that.
That being said, again, Kyle, you can't be making this decision based on what's best for 2021. That would be a mistake. But it's part of the decision, and it makes it difficult.
It does.
The whole thing is we want to keep Trey Lance on the bench. Well, can you?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can.
You may not have that option. And then if it's not Nate Sudfeld, are you going to Josh Rosen? Or
I hope so.
Listen, I like Rosen. I want him to succeed. I do.
Well, he hasn't yet. So what's the plan there?
Nine mistakes made ahead of him. Yep.
And now that
Yeah, he was drafted at the 10th spot, and he said, I'm going to show these 9 teams that there were 9 mistakes made ahead of me. And now we have the 10th mistake on the 49ers. So
who's that?
Josh Rosen.
Oh, hey man, thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. For sure. John Evangelista says, I have a hard time believing everyone in the Niners front office is on board with Mac. Yeah, me too. Does Kyle really get final say if that's who he really wants? Yes, Kyle really gets final say. So let's see if he just does what he wants to do. Vegas Josh, I think you're calling from Vegas, man. I got a good feeling you're calling from Vegas.
Yeah, I am.
How did I know? What's up, man?
Thanks for having me on. Man, okay. I want to talk about the first 3 picks that they're going to do, and I don't want the first pick to be a quarterback.
Me
really
neither.
No.
Talk about it.
Okay. This also has to do with Mike McGlinchey and what his worth might be. Do you think he might be worth a second-round pick to someone?
It's a little rich. Maybe a late second, early third. What do you think?
Okay. Well, man, he had the one bad season, but he's still a big dude. I don't know if he can pull himself up, if he can make himself look like he's put on some weight, like he's doing something serious, kind of like Bosa. Put some videos out there or something.
Put a video out.
Yeah.
Just not with like a muscle massager.
I don't need to see you eating your vegan food. So.
That too.
So, I mean, if you could get a second, that would be great. I want our 3rd round pick to be, I really like Rashawn Slater, personally. I mean, your breakdown, what you did with the video and how he handled Chase Young, that had me sold right there.
He was good. He was really good in that game. So you, with the number 3 pick, you want Slater?
Yes. Number 3 pick, Slater. And then if we could get a 2nd round pick, we would have 2 2nd round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Mond is still there towards the top of the 2nd round, great. If it looks like he's going to go earlier, I guess you could package the 2 and move back up into the 1st, and you still have Mond, and you've got Rashawn Slater. You've got a great offensive line now. I mean, I think that Mond could do some damage behind some of that protection. Now,
me too.
Yeah. And if for some reason he does, if we're lucky enough to where he slips down to our 2nd round pick, you still have another second to take a pretty good corner, because I am deathly afraid that we are just going to one pulled hamstring, one little thing, and then all of a sudden, DK Metcalf is running all over us, and so is DeAndre.
The plan for the secondary can't be like, hey, Jason Verrett's going to have a full season. We're going to be great. Like, oh, word, that's the plan. That's okay. Well, what if that doesn't happen?
Yeah, no.
We're going to be awful.
I need young and healthy in there. Someone who I need healthy. I'm sorry. I just need healthy. I can't go through another season of me pulling my hair out like this.
Look, everyone says it's a quarterback-driven league. You got to get the quarterback, but I just think it's a fantasy that the quarterback just carries everyone along. You do need a great quarterback. Josh Rosen was the 10th pick in the draft. Who's to say he doesn't have the talent to be great? What these quarterbacks need is help. They need help, and pass protection does wonders. The Niners don't have it, and if whoever they take, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, could struggle if the pass protection doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I'm not interested in coming up, moving all the way up to 3rd just to take a Jamarcus Russell or a Ryan Leaf or something like that. I'm not completely sold on these top tier quarterbacks, I guess, so to speak, other than.
But the funny thing is, if you tell a 49ers fan or any fan that has the 3rd pick that needs a quarterback that year, like, hey, you're most likely going to draft the next Ryan Leaf. You know that, right? They're like, why are you raining on my parade? All these guys are going to be great. We're going to be great. Shut up. No, dude, you're going to get the next Ryan Leaf.
Hey, Vegas odds says that you're more likely to draft a bust than you are.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. We're just pointing out the historical, precedent here, but
you can't say that right now. And you put him in a QB competition with Rosen, and I think those 2 will just fight it out. It'll bring out the best that we have. I really think that those 2 fighting it out, because there wouldn't be as much of a controversy. People aren't as high on Mond as, say, Trey Lance or Justin Fields. True. They would automatically think he's a starter. But you get Mond, who was rated a little bit lower. It's okay to have that quarterback competition, and you don't have to feel like you're hurting someone's feelings.
Well, that was my favorite call today. Thank you very much. I'm sold. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, Grant.
Of course. Easy way to endear yourself to me. Just talk about Kellen Mond. I mean, now you're my best friend. We just became best friends. Boom. What's up, man? You're muted.
Hey,
Now you're
what's
not.
up?
What's up?
Yeah, I think
How
we
you
were talking about Mond the other time, weren't we?
Yes.
Hey, I'm on for Mond though. Hey, I'll give you a little quick take on Kyle Pitts because you're right. Like, 'cause
Oh,
we don't really need. I mean, do I? Obviously, I want a quarterback at 3, but if they drafted Pitts, I would not be mad at all. Because I mean, football really comes down to just matchups, isn't it?
Yep.
Like,
Yes.
if you can guarantee that you can get your first down anytime you want, it doesn't really matter who the court. Just lob it up and let him go. He can rebound over just about everybody. And look at DK. DK killed us last year. We didn't have nobody that can check him.
I think 100% of Niner fans would say that Josh Rosen's a better quarterback than Kyle Trask. Go watch Kyle Trask's
I've
tape.
seen Kyle Trask. He's pretty accurate, man.
He's a hell of a player. I like
saw
Kyle
him
Trask.
play. What is it, Bama? And
No, he was
throwing-
great against Bama. I'm just
like,
saying. If
I know he had Pitts, yeah.
Kyle Pitts can make Kyle Trask look that good, what do you think he could do for Jimmy Garoppolo or Josh Rosen?
And they would have the chemistry too if they were to go that route, you know.
Yes.
And I got a funny feeling that there might not be only one quarterback drafted by Kyle. Like somebody like like the Kirk Cousins situation.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. Now, the only thing is they signed Nate Sudfeld.
Right.
They signed Josh Rosen. Maybe
that's more for chunk. I mean, that's kind of chunk change though. So it's not like they would be losing a lot if they just get rid of it.
True.
It seems like Kyle's just loading up on quarterbacks just so he can, see what it.
Maybe one can work out. Who knows?
Right. One of them will work, right?
Play the numbers.
I want to speak because I mean, obviously you're part of the press. How much do you think the press has an influence on somebody like Jed York with the owner? Because
I think it matters, man. I
can't imagine that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's say if he picks Max Jones, it's going to be a wave of just bad press on Jed York. That's got to influence how he looks at Kyle.
It's not just bad press; it's the fans. Like, I put out a tweet yesterday, just like hoping the Niners take just trolling the Niners, saying, "I dare you to take Mac Jones." And if it were only me saying that, and Niner fans were saying, "Shut up, Grant. Mac Jones is going to be great. I support the team," then they could do whatever they want. But it's the fact that I speak for the fans. It's the fact that when I ridicule Mac Jones, I get 1,000 likes on my tweet. It's not that I say it, it's that the fans like it and that fans agree. And that's going to make it very tough for them to sell that pick. They don't want to take a massive PR hit. They don't want to get Fs across the board. They don't want to alienate their fans. And so I'm saying, I would imagine Jed could be like, okay, Kyle, look, you like it, Mac Jones. This is what your fans think. This is what's going to happen. Are you sure you got to take him at 3? Can't we find another way to get your guy? Because this is going to be the results are in. The polls are back. Very unpopular.
I would imagine that Kyle would feel the consequences of that. Like you said with the mask thing, he got. I remember when he forgot to wear his mask, and then all of a sudden he has to come out and apologize. I mean, at the end of the day, Jed York's the boss.
That's right.
So,
that's right. So all right, man. Good stuff, man. All right. The coach says Mac is a screen. Mike wanted Kurt, yes, but he knew he was worth a 4th. That's why the RG3 move burned so much. For the Hall, spend its Lance. Yeah, I think so too. Or Pitts. Hey, maybe Pitts. Anoop. How you doing, man?
Hey, Grant. How are you?
I'm all right, man. Recovering from an Indian wedding. How are you?
Had to be fun. Yeah, I'm doing well.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I wanted to take a look at this from a different perspective. I think your previous caller, the guy from Vegas, said most of the draft picks flop right in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at historically. So let's deconstruct what makes a Super Bowl winning quarterback and look at that from a draft perspective. So you're looking at intangibles, and so tangibles are everything you're looking at. That's obvious. Intangibles are probably leadership.
Yeah.
It's obvious stuff. Yeah, everything that
and it's the tangibles that get you drafted top 10. Let's be real clear. And it's the intangibles that decide whether or not you succeed or not.
Exactly. So then you got intangibles. You got leadership. How is he in the locker room? How does he
decision making,
all that stuff.
Field vision, pocket presence.
Now,
all that stuff.
That can get you so far. Maybe that makes you a playoff quarterback. But what makes you a championship quarterback? That is
melding. The melding of the two, the traits and the intangibles. Yep.
It's got to be both of those things. And I think there's something else too. I would say it's energy. It's energy and momentum. and the ability to drive and lead, in clutch moments, because that's what Brady has. Brady does not have an athletic advantage over Pat Mahomes. He has zero.
No, yeah.
But he was able to do one thing: control that game. He controlled the game.
That's true.
That is it. Energy, momentum, control, these X factors. I think that these are things that people aren't thinking about or talking about. So let me put that to you. What quarterback do you think has those intangibles and that X factor potentially?
That's a great question. From all the research I've done in the top 5, those top 5 quarterbacks, I think, well, obviously Trevor Lawrence. I like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's proven, but I think it's Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance has the most intangibles. Like Justin Fields has the best traits. His tangible traits are great. He's big, fast, strong arm, accurate, everything you want. The questions about him are all intangible stuff. The positives about Trey Lance are all intangible stuff. Also his athleticism. The questions are experience, accuracy. Okay, well, he can get experience. He can improve accuracy. Trey Lance. Then after, I think, Kellen Mond. I like Kellen Mond's intangibles. He's got the experience. He's got a chip on his shoulder. Kellen Mond.
I think so too. I think Kellen Mond, projects pretty closely to Dak Prescott.
I agree.
I agree. A lot of similarities.
Good decision maker. Last year, he won 9 out of 10 games. He threw 19 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He protects the football. He's good.
So now notice who you didn't say. You didn't say Zach Wilson. You didn't say Mac Jones. And you didn't say Justin Fields.
No.
So, I think there's got to be a better formula to figure out who these top 5 quarterbacks that are going to be successful are.
You'd think. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's the most important position, and they haven't become any more scientific at predicting or successful at projecting this position the last 50 years. They got to do something.
Got to do something.
They got to do something. They got to hire us, man. What shirt is that? What are you repping?
Oh, I'm here. I'm in the Silicon Valley. I've been.
No, what are you repping with that shirt? Is that like a team shirt?
Yeah. This is 1985 Hackensack Bulls.
That's tight.
That's Boosters cool. Millions. Yeah.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks a lot, Grant.
All right, good to see you, man. Yo, what's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
What's going on?
First off, like your content.
Thanks, man.
I think you have a lot of good things in a proper perspective. So I definitely appreciate that as a Niners fan.
For sure.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So what's on your mind?
So I like Trey Lance, but I think I like him for a different reason than people aren't really mentioning.
Okay.
When he was doing his own checks at the line, that shows his mental acuity for seeing the game.
Mm-hmm.
With that, pairing him with Alex Mack, who knows Kyle Shanahan's system, if he's getting that from day one, midway through the season, he'll be above where he would normally be if he didn't get the reps.
That's true. You think about like quarterbacks mentoring a quarterback.
Exactly.
Like
so him mixed with Alex Mack, because he already knows Kyle Shanahan's system.
Good point.
So he can help Trey Lance see, hey, if you're seeing this, you call this. If you're seeing this, and they can work together.
Also, it seems to me that the ability to get the team in the right play before the snap is crucial in this offense.
Exactly.
And it's something that Trey Lance could be really good at.
That, and he doesn't have to carry the team because there's so much talent around him already.
That's right.
So now
also, he's experienced not throwing that much. The Niners like to run the ball. If they're in one of those games where like, hey, Trey, we only need you to throw 17 times today. No problem. No problem.
Yeah,
and some quarterbacks aren't cool with that. Drew Brees would not let that happen.
No,
I'm checking the passes.
Okay. Is that going to put a W on the board?
No problem. Yeah.
So with that being said, you can trade Jimmy, get with the asset you can get from his trade.
Yep.
And now in the second rounds, in the third round, you can shore up the defense with corners and then your offensive line with the third.
I'm with that. I think corner and O-line on day 2 are the 2 biggest needs. It'd be smart to handle them there.
Absolutely. Yep. So I think him being the 3rd overall pick would help. He doesn't have to carry the team. It's a run-based offense anyway. Trade Jimmy, get the assets for him, build the rest of the defense and O-line,
See, that's the
I think
thing.
we'd be set.
I'm with you. I feel like people talk about who's the most pro ready for the 49ers. Now, I guess Mac Jones because he was running a similar style offense, but what about Trey Lance? He doesn't have that much experience, but the experience he had is doing this stuff. I mean, you could argue that Trey Lance could play sooner on the Niners than Justin Fields could. Justin Fields, the offense he played has no carryover to what the Niners do. So
well, I look at this 28 touchdowns, 0 picks, and look at the amount of talent he was playing with compared to where Kyle Shanahan would have for him with the Niners offense.
Look at Carson Wentz, played at the same program, not the same, but the same caliber of weapons. His numbers weren't nearly as good as Trey Lance. And Carson Wentz has had some success in the NFL, so maybe Lance will too. It seems like maybe
he didn't have Kyle Shanahan drawing up his plays either.
Nah. He had Doug Peterson, who's out of a job. So, yeah.
So that was just my take on it. Great show.
Thanks for calling in, man. Good stuff.
Hey, no problem.
All right, man. First of all, I love that sweater. That's a hell of a sweater. I'm getting that sweater. I want that sweater. Anyway, what's up?
Yo, what's up,
drinking
bro?
coffee at like 5:30 in the morning in Australia. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, I had to wake myself up. I was like, oh, I wonder if the show's still going. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it's still going. Sweet.
Yeah.
I heard all the talk about the quarterbacks this morning. And I think I've told you I like Fields. But, man, when I first heard it too, Grant, I think the first time we talked, it was because, like, we were talking about Kyle and how Kyle always reach for a pick. And he always go for a guy that he likes. And obviously, Kyle will have probably the biggest say in the quarterback we draft because, he's in charge of the offense and he's the head coach. And what if this whole Mac Jones thing is just a big smokescreen and the whole time they've wanted Justin Fields? Because if you look at it, if you compare these guys for talent, natural talent, it's obviously Trey Lance or Justin Fields, and then you look at a guy like, remember Chris Sims, there was no talk about Mac Jones going in the top 10 or even the top 5. And then he brings out his quarterback rankings. He has Fields 5th, I think, and he had Mac Jones number 3, right? And he shocked everyone because he got all this. Everyone had so much to talk about his rankings because he put Trevor Lawrence 2 instead of 1. So what if this whole time, like him and Kyle had a discussion and he went out and Kyle goes, yo, can you pump up this Mac Jones kids? We're going to move up. We're going to make this trade, and we want to get Justin Fields. We're going to make sure that no team picks him in front of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he came out, was it last year, remember? And he purposely didn't pop up or say anything about Ayuk because he knew Kyle would like him and wanted to draft him. And then it comes out in the media, and Kyle's like, oh, but we never talk. We're best friends, but we never talk because he's in the media.
First of all, hold on. I don't believe that about Chris Sims, that he purposely missed on Brandon Ayuk as a favor to – Chris Sims wants to be a general manager. He missed on Brandon Ayuk. He wasn't doing it as a favor. I don't believe that at all. And look,
do you think
Chris
that?
Sims, I do. There's no way. Hey, man, I purposely got something wrong to do a solid for my friend. No, man, you're trying to build your resume to be a general manager. You missed on Ayuk, and you said very specifically negative things about Justin Fields. If the Niners take Justin Fields, Chris Sims can't walk that back and be like, oh, man, I actually like Justin Fields, but I was just trying to help out Kyle Shanahan. Like, no, dude, you were wrong. I don't buy that.
See, yeah, because that's the thing. He could always just go, at the end of this
I
process,
wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
I was just doing Kyle a favor. Nah, man, no. No, he wants to be a GM.
He does
He's very specific, and he's very smart. So he's going to live or die with his results.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I just feel like when you compare these three guys, obviously you don't take Mac Jones at number 3. And, this is my big thing with the Trey Lance thing as well, is that if you're getting Trey Lance, Grant, you don't draft Trey Lance to win now. I feel like we have a 1 or 2 year to extend the current window we had from the season in 2019, right?
Right.
And you're doing Jimmy an injustice if you're going to draft Trey Lance and then expect Jimmy to win with this team, and you don't go out and get him a Kyle Pitts or a Jamar Chase or a Waddle, you know what I mean, to extend the window and
We're
actually give him a chance.
We're not going to help you. Go win.
Exactly.
But we didn't actually help you at all, and we're waiting for you to fail so we can put in Trey Lance. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do. 5 days. 5 days.
See you,
For
Grant.
you, it's 4
Thanks.
since you're in the future, man. Good to see you.
No worries. Thank you.
Later, man. Real quick before I get T-Bizzle for shizzle, Sal Jeezy says, think about how much scrutiny Shanny will be under if he takes Jones at 3 and not the other 2 mobile quarterbacks, especially if they succeed. He'll never live it down. I think he'll be on the clock himself. Yeah, considering he already did that by taking Solomon Thomas over Mahomes and Watson. Yeah, I agree. Definitely be on the clock. T Bizzle, what's up, man?
What's up, Grant?
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, man. Where you calling from?
Manteca.
Oh, sweet, man. I used to go to Manteca for the water slides back in the day, man. I like Manteca. It was underrated. Underrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
So first, if I was GM and it spilt milk already, we already did the trade. So I didn't do the trade, so I'm not responsible for that. I'm coming in with the number 3 pick. I'm going to trade back a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times in the first round, and I'm going to pick up like 6, 7 second-round picks because I love second-round picks. I feel like the salary is much lower, and you're still getting elite players. Those are elite college football players in the second round. So I would get a couple offensive linemen, a couple cornerbacks, and I would draft because you could still get in like the 3rd round probably. You could still get like a Kellen Mond or a Kyle Trask. So I would do that.
Davis Mills.
Let those guys sit on the bench for a year and have them. But realistically, what are we going to do with number 3? I'm actually comfortable with all 3 of these quarterbacks. At first, I was so off of Mac Jones, but the more I think about it, he's kind of like the smart pick because pocket QBs are the kind of QBs that succeed in this league. Like there are more running back quarter QBs who are doing good lately, and we know what Kyle needs in his system. And so I feel like he's kind of the
How many quote unquote mobile quarterbacks have won Super Bowls the last 20 years? 2. Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. 2.
And they had absolutely phenomenal rosters around them.
2 in the last 20 years. I mean, yeah. So if Kyle says, like, look, I mean, I know it's the trend and everyone wants, and you got to look who won the Super Bowl last year. Tom Brady. All right. Don't tell me that the position has changed because it hasn't. It hasn't. So that's a good point.
That being said, Justin Fields, I think, is kind of like the safe pick. If you just take a step back from all of, and here I mean safe in terms of he was the number 2 QB all year long. It's only now that everybody's overthinking everything. Like he might not even be that. I mean, who was the best player on the field when he played Clemson? Who was the best player on the field when he played Clemson? That was Justin Fields. So I feel like if you just take a step back and you just say, look at the body of work, Justin Fields is the guy. Let's not overthink it. But then you got
Trey Sermon's really good too, though. I'm sorry to be that guy. Trey Sermon's really good too. He's really good.
I don't even know who Trey Sermon is.
Running back on that team. If you go back, the reason they were in that game is because they beat Northwestern. And that was not Justin Fields was terrible against Northwestern. Trey Sermon ran for like 300 yards. Trey Sermon. Anyway, sorry. That was obnoxious. Keep going.
No, it's all good.
The Niners can get Trey Sermon around too. He's in this draft. Check out Trey Sermon.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. He's a running back?
Yep. Yes. Hell of a player.
Well,
not quite Najee Harris, but also really good.
Does Kyle want to invest that much in a running back, though?
I don't know, man. He gave Jerick McKinnon $30 million, so I'm hard to say, man.
But then you got Trey Lance at 20 years old throwing no picks for his whole freshman year. So I kind of like the idea of letting him sit for a year. But so then what are we going to do in the second round? I know you love a cornerback. I love a cornerback too, but get the best offensive line available and get cornerback round 3.
I'm with that. Either way, one or the other. If they go O-line cornerback in either order in day 2, A+, because
and why can't we
stop acting like you don't have needs? What?
Why can't we just take the best, whether it's center, guard, or tackle, the absolute best available, and we can slide McGlinchey to guard if we need to. We can slide this guy over to guard or whatever he plays. A lot of people say you can't really move around offensive linemen like that. But I'm like, if you're a big, strong offensive lineman, you can play the other position.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I don't know if Mike McGlinchey can play guard. I don't know if he can play tackle. That guy needs to get stronger. But yeah, if they take a tackle, I see it, man. You got to need that. I'm just saying, hey, Mike, I love you, Mike. Prove me wrong, Mike. Use me as motivation, like Debo Samuel. You see that Debo's hype video that he put on Instagram yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Loved it, man. Loved it. Good stuff, D. I wonder who's making. There's no way he put that together. I couldn't put together a hype video for myself. That's high-tech stuff. Someone's out there going through my stuff. Is it you?
That was a hype video for you. So whoever put that together.
it was, man. T Bizzle for shizzle, man. Great call. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day, man. Tika. All right, guys, that's the end of the show. Michael, you can't come in twice in one day. Look at you, Michael. You can't come in twice. It's 11:30. It's my father-in-law's birthday. There's a lot going on. I got to go be a good son-in-law. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow, 2:00. I got to drive home. I'm in Temecula. It's a hell of a drive. I'll be back tomorrow. I shall see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone. Michael, I love your gumption, though. I love the chutzpah.